In this video, I'm going to share with you my exact expenses of how much it costs for me to go to Europe for 3 weeks this past summer. I was in Europe for 22 days, visited 6 different countries to experience 16 different theme parks, and ride over 100 roller coasters. I also vlogged every single day of this trip, and all those vlogs are now live on YouTube. So we're also gonna go over exactly how much money I have made from those videos now. Did I come out ahead? You'll find out in this video. Let's get into it. I actually had to learn how to use my accounting software to be able to categorize my transactions properly in order to get it to pull a report that clearly shows all the expenses. So we have that now. Let's dive into the expenses and then we'll talk about the revenue after. First up, the grand whopping total is $6,378. Bruh. That's so much money. But let's walk through it here. For park admission, I spent $918.13. Thankfully, a good amount of the parks wanted to work with me, so they comped my tickets and fast passes and even a hotel stay at Efteling. Thank you, Efteling. I love you so much. Shout out Natalie from Efteling. You're amazing. This number would have been a whole lot bigger, maybe $1,400, $1,400. Bless you to all the parks who wanted to work with me. Thank you so much. Airfare total was $1,256, and that was really kind of all purchased all at once in March. Well, actually not really all at once. I think there's a couple transactions. Yeah, so we had one transaction for $435 and then $821, and I believe that covered everything. Our flight from Orlando to London, London to Belgium, Belgium to Poland, Poland back to London, London back to the US. So really, we got a lot for what we spent there. I'm questioning now if this is even accurate. Hang on, I'm gonna look into this a little further.
20 minutes later.
That is correct, actually. I did have a flight from Chicago down to Orlando, but with the credit card I used the Capital One Venture X. I was actually able to utilize travel miles, my kind of reward points, for that entire flight, so I didn't have to pay any extra money for it. And that would have costed me $253.20 otherwise. So this would have been about $1,500 in airfare without my my nice miles from Capital One. I have an affiliate link for my Capital One card down below if you guys would like to look into the Venture X card. I use it for all of my business expenses, and then that helps me build up travel points. I've had this card for exactly 1 year, and over the course of this year, I used 133,582 miles, valued at about 1 cent per mile on the Capital One travel portal. I divide this by 100 to find out that I reduced my flight cost by $1,335.82. Pretty amazing. And that makes traveling a bit easier for me and allows us to continue doing more cool things together. So, back to the rest of the numbers here. Car rental expenses. The car rental expenses are actually really inflated by $1,000 currently. Overall, I've spent $2,402.38. Now, these numbers here in April, May, and June, they are splits of the car rentals that I Venmo'd to Jeff. This $992 charge is, well, if you guys remember, when we were trying to get to Belgium, our flight with Ryanair was delayed 5 hours. We were unable to get our originally booked and paid for rental car from Hertz because Hertz just left. They didn't leave anybody there to help us. There was no one at the counter. So we had to rent a whole nother car from freaking Europe Car. And so that ended up being about $1,000. I put that on my credit card and off we went. I'm still waiting for Ryanair to reimburse me from that. Jeff has been working on it, and we literally almost to the point where we have to go through a government agency now to try to get this reimbursed. So that kind of sucks, because where I'm at right now financially, I could absolutely use $1,000 extra. That would help me out a lot. Anyway, moving on to meals. Meals is another massive category. I was really shocked to see this number in July. $1,400 just in July. That's what happens when you spend an entire month in theme parks and eating theme park food. Girl, you pay a premium for that. And then $327 between the last few days we were in August for the European staycation. Really added up quick. That seems like a lot. I want to double check that. Yep, nope, that's it. These are all the places we ate at. Whew, expensive. And then we had a $62 Uber for some reason. I can't remember why we did that. But that's there. So our grand total is $6,378. Again, this is inflated by about $1,000 though, because I'm still hoping I can get that $1,000 back from Ryanair for having to book another rental car. So those are the expenses. Let's go over the more exciting stuff, like the revenue and how much I've made back just from my YouTube videos alone. YouTube has some handy dandy analytical features here where you can go like your content and then by playlist. You can see all the views and revenue you've earned for every video that's within that playlist. So let's start with the European staycation of the vlogs. Is what we've done the last 28 days, 3,800 views. What? That's so low. Oh, views from the playlist of people going through the actual playlist, not the views on the videos. Here are the total views over here on the right-hand side. Okay, but anyway, that doesn't really matter. Let's go to the revenue. So last 28 days, I've made $1,000 from the videos within this playlist. Now let's go back. I started uploading these about the beginning of September, I think. So let's just do 8. Yeah, 8-1 ought to include everything. Boom! There's the total. Almost $8,900 from my vlogs from the European staycation. It's great to see that, oh hey, I have actually made profit off of this. That's fantastic. You can see though like how it came through like over here in the months is really cool to look at. So in September, made $229. Really not a whole lot. Jeez, did I upload these in late September? Anyway, October, almost $1,700, picking up. November was really nice, $2,500 just about. Then $1,100 December, $1,700 in January, $974 February, $637 so far in March. Fantastic. I feel like this has been a pretty good success. Just on that alone, you know, about $2,000 profit, a little more than $2,000. Off just these videos. So what's extra crazy is we all know the bike loop video, the short that absolutely blew up, went absolutely crazy. Look at how much this one short made. $3,534. Now, like, that's the total of all the shorts that I've posted from the European staycation. You can see over here, the vast majority comes from this bike loop challenge at $3,500 freaking dollars. And most of that happened here in like August, so I got a nice boost to my revenue. For August and September, I was able to save some money for a change. That was fantastic, though those savings have since kind of really dried up, honestly. I mean, like, look at these other ones. Like, Finger Guillotine, surprisingly got a lot of views. It's just 78,000, but it's made like not even $7. So that's just how it goes. This also does not count into the merch sales I've made. I've actually made a good amount of merch sales from the European people. We can look into that here. And so we'll say from September 2023, that's when I started uploading my European staycation videos, which is so late in the game. Oh my gosh, it's like I totally missed the entire like summer hype wave that you usually get. $929 over these months, which is not a lot per month, but it's something. And you can see down here, like, made $486 from the UK, $243 from Germany, and then like Netherlands, $82. I don't know where these $200 in donations came from. I can't tell what country they came from, so we're just not going to include them because they could be from the US. So $812 or potentially $1,000 with the donations. Thank you extremely so freaking much to you guys who also have donated. It means the freaking world to me. Let's do a quick total of everything. 812 plus the shorts. 3534.64 plus 8891.76. $13,239. Oh, I've also gained like quite a good amount of people on my Salatreon from Europe. So thank you guys so much for coming over there. That bumps us up probably about another $100, I would say. Maybe like 50. I'm actually gonna take a moment here to just go ahead and thank every single paying Salatreon that we have over here on the Salatreon. We have 22 so far. Here they are. Thank you, Mark MacArthur. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you, Sidgo. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Jab. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Diphilia. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Rumpelstiltsky. Henry. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Coaster Studios. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jordan Bondi. Appreciate you guys immensely. Love you. Mwah. We'll just say $13,250. So that's pretty dang good. So the net profit from that would be minus 6,378.88. In total, I profited $6,800. Future Alex popping in here to also add that this is extremely exciting to see, but I also want to add like a little more perspective that this is over the course of an entire year. Literally March is when I began sending money to Jeff was there, and now it's March 18th. And the series is wrapped up, so it's really exciting, and this is something that always really inspired me to see when other YouTubers would talk about how much money they make from their videos. I was always so fascinated to watch that, see it for myself, and so I hope this can help inspire some people and kind of share what the reality is. This was over the course of a year, so I don't have $6,800 just sitting in a bank account and a big old chunk of cash. This is over many, many months, so this is just part of the revenue streams I'm trying to build to make this really a sustainable thing for me. It's a little tough right now because it's the winter and views are down, revenue's down, but again, it's gonna pick back up in the summer and that will go back up. I'm learning a lot right now to help make the next winter not as stressful and scary right now. But we're almost out of it. It's March, like roller coaster season is coming. We're gonna pick back up here soon, so it'll be fine. But just want to share that, you know, while it is really fun, there is a lot of work that goes into it and risk and sometimes stress and fear, especially around money. I would love to give more of like a deep dive kind of background into how my whole first year on YouTube has gone. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments down below and I'll make it. The end now. Bye. Love you. Bye.